Alright, this is my black anti-meta deck profile that I recently won a tournament with, Undefeated. We're going to start off with the Digitama. We're going to do 4 Pagumon. Pagumon is the best egg, 4 black. Reveal on top of your deck. Add a card to your hand if it's a black Digimon. Otherwise, place it at the bottom of your deck. Really good card for consistency. Helps you see the cards that you want. Super good. And then for the 5th egg, we're running the Konkinmon. When attacking once per turn, this Digimon is level 7, gain a memory. It comes up. Would want a better option, but he is good for what he does right now. Alright, getting into the rookies. We're going to go with 2 Sonorizamon. A lot of times you're going to be hard playing this. The your turn effect when all black Digimons are 13,000 DP or more gain piercing. The inheritable is also good, which if you're 13,000 DP or more, you gain security attack +1. It comes up. A lot of times I find myself hard playing this to give my Digimon the piercing that I want. Super good card. Awesome. Next rookie is going to be the Chikurimon. Chikurimon is really good checking security. In this deck, we want to play on our opponent's turn and interact with our opponent as much as possible. Chikurimon, when it gets checked in security, it says Digivolve 1. Really good card. Helps out to stall a lot of your plays against your opponent, especially against a lot of the bond matchups. If they hit this, you Digivolve, pretty much is going to end their turn. It just helps get rid of some other big annoying dudes that you might have trouble with. Next rookie is going to be the Junkmon. Junkmon, no effect on the field, but you play it for the inheritable, which is on deletion, gain 1 memory. Comes up a lot, especially with the blockers in the deck. Like I said, really just want to be able to interact on my opponent's turn, and the Junkmon helps you do that by gaining the memory, and he's super good. The final rookie in the deck is the main boy, Toy Agumon. Wouldn't be a black deck without Toy Agumon. The inheritable for reboot is really good. Helps you play offensively, being able to swing with some of your guys when it's underneath it, and also defensively by being able to restand some of your blockers and your big guys to keep them alive. Really good. Love Toy Agumon. So it's the lineup: 4 Toy Agumon, the 3 Junkmon, the 3 Chikurimon, and the Sonorizamon. A little lower on the rookie count, but we got a lot of other cards in here to help us get consistency that we're looking for. Those are the rookies. Going into the champions, we're doing the Numemon, 4 of. Super good card. Really helps with consistency in the deck. Digivolve for 1. If you're ever in a situation where you don't pick up a rookie, this doesn't feel too bad to hard play this for 3, having a champion on board, and then being able to go into your ultimates really quick. Best blocker in the game, Mechanorimon, 2 of. Really good into, like I said, a lot of the matchups in this meta right now, and the future hybrid metas as well, with the 6K being able to block, restand, help stall out some games if you're slowing down. A lot of times, a lot of boards really can't answer this, and they have an option to get rid of him, but he's super good, must have. Like I said, decks based off of wanting to play around your opponent's turn, interact on that, and the Nanimon helps you do that here. Play on security at the end of the battle. 2K, a lot of times it will actually kill a lot of the rookies that they're swinging on. Pretty slow or low DP on a lot of the people in the meta right now when they're swinging. And he comes out, gives you a body. Easy to go into the ultimates with. And a lot of times the hard play for 3 comes up, just like the Numemon, to help you kind of go into those ultimates that you want to see. The final champion is going to be the 3 Shademon. Really good card. Same thing, plays on your opponent's turn. When checked in security in the battle, you play it. Gives you the blocker. Can't attack, which is fine. And, it's just 6 to hard play, 5,000 DP. The 5,000 DP leaves a little bit to be, look for more, but it's good. It comes out. Like I said, we're trying to play as much on our opponent's turn and get enough interaction on our opponent's turn as possible to really try to control the game. So that's the champions. We're going with the 3 Shademon, 4 Numemon, the 2 Mechanori, and the 3 Nanimon. And for the ultimates, we are going to the Waru Monzimon. Really, really good card for consistency. No effects, no inheritables, but that is not really an issue because he's only 2 to Digivolve in 2 and only 5 to hard play. Hard playing this a lot of turns. I know a lot of people complain about not getting rookies, but I try to set this deck up to where if I don't see a rookie, I really don't feel too bad about hard playing this, give my opponent 5. If they do anything on board, I usually have answers with the megas or any other cards of my options to answer. So I really never really feel too bad about hard playing the Warumonzimon. Great for consistency. Love the card. And then the final 3 for the ultimates is the Volcanomon. The 7K comes up, pretty decent, beefy dude. The inheritable is the main thing. When your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon play, this Digimon gains security type +1. Really, really good. Helps you be aggressive in this deck, which it's lacking a little bit. Him and later one of the megas, they together will swing for 3 checks. Really, really good. Love to see it. And even the hard play for 6 is not too bad for an ultimate, especially one with inheritable and 7K. So that is the ultimates. Just going with a 7 count. I think that this helps with my consistency, not seeing too many of them. I see them just enough as I want to in this deck. All right, going into the megas, we are playing the 3 Genkumon. Key card of the deck. Lets you answer a lot of boards. When it comes out, delete all your opponent's Digimon at the lowest play cost, and then your turn, if you have an unsuspended Digimon, you gain a security type +1. Like I said, this with the Volcanomon, you're swinging for 3 checks at 12. Really, really good. And if you have any other inheritables from the deck on it, like the on deletion gain a memory or anything like that, reveal from the Pagu, you really don't mind too much. So he is your aggressive card, probably the key card of the deck that helps you really just control the pace of the game. A lot of times you'll sit on your ultimates before you play the Genkumon, and that's really the key to this deck, is trying to, answer boards and also be aggressive at the same time. You really, really want to hold on to the Genkumons for whenever you get, maximum value, being able to clear some, swarm of rookies off, or even if they only have the big guy out, one of their big guys, it'll take it out too. Really, really good card. Love the Genkumon. Key card for the deck. Doing the 2 Alphamons. Super good. Like I said, I want to play on my opponent's turn as much as possible, and the Alphamon lets you do that. When it gets checked in security, you add it to hand regardless of what's going on. And then if you have a Royal Knight, which the Genkumon and the later Mega we play in the deck is, you're up to 12 of your opponent's Digimon can attack. Super, super good effect. He helps manipulate memory on our turn as well when attacking. You can pay, up to 5 memory to increase him by 5,000. So a lot of times he can answer a lot of the big boys that your opponent likes to try to put out if they do stick around, and he can answer that. And a lot of times you'll find yourself really just swinging in security and choosing not to boost, especially right now with how low a lot of the security checks are, and then just getting the free 2 memory at the end of attack. Really, really good card. Only 3 to Digivolve into, so it helps with the consistency and gives you some kind of aggressive to answer boards if, someone's protected by non-deletion effects and stuff. The Alphamon can come out and answer most things just by battle. So key card, and like I said, you want to play your opponent's turn, which he does in security. And then the last best boy, Craniumon. Really, really good card. I wish I could play more of this, but you only want to see the 1 Craniumon. A lot of times, a lot of decks will lose immediately to this once they see it. 3 Musketeers have a hard time clearing him. Really one of the only matchups that clears him pretty easily is yellow with the DP reduction. But if you bring out the Craniumon, you really want to sit on him. You're not trying to swing for too much. With all the blockers in the deck, he really comes out and just helps you, stall out games that are maybe too slow and give you a chance to win. And he's super, super good. If you don't know the effect, he's a blocker, and all blockers, or your Digimon with blocker, can't be deleted by your opponent's card effects. And that's all turns. And it's really, really good. Super good card. Kind of helps you, play on your opponent's turn too, in a way that they're worried about not being able to delete your blockers on their turn, and I'm just trying to interact on my opponent's turn as much as possible. So we got the 3 Genkumon, the 2 Alphamon, and the Craniumon, all Royal Knights. So if you have any of them on the field, the Alphamon will stall your opponent out from being able to go through on their turn for game. Comes up a lot. Love the cards. The 2 level 7s, just 2 Onimon's Ward Defeat. Love this card. Like I said, trying to play on opponent's turn as much as possible. Gets checked in security. Comes out a lot for them to try to answer, and it lets you answer a lot of board states. And you'll find yourself really going into this. A lot of times I'll swing with the Genkumon, and then I'll come out on top of it with the Omnimon. And it's super good. One of the best cards in the game. Getting into the options, we're doing the 3 black memory boosts. Like I said, just want to be super consistent as possible. This card lets you do that, and I love it. 3 to play, really, really good option card. 2 of the Iron Fisted Onslaught lets you answer boards, especially if you're getting swarmed on. Delete all your opponent's Digimon highest play cost, and it activates in security. Really, really good. Another way to play on your opponent's turn. And I honestly don't feel too bad even seeing it in my hand, because if you play well enough around your opponent's board, you can answer with this, and you don't feel too bad sending them 8 if you're going in for game yourself, maybe the next turn. And then, really key card, the Ultimate Flare. Great option card, Digivolve 3, then delete everything with a play cost of 3 or less. Really good in the meta right now, answers a lot of boards, especially a lot of the bonds, and it really just helps you clear off. And it's, like I said, activates in security 2, another way to play on your opponent's turn. Really, really key card here. Love it. Ultimate Flare at 3, 2 of the Iron Fisted Onslaught, and 3 of the Black Memory Boost. Love this number count. Wouldn't change anything on that. And finally, going into the Tamers, we got the 1 Izzy, Azumi, and Joe Kiddo, and then the 2 Izzy Azumis. Izzy Azumi lets you play on your opponent's turn too. Like I said, what we're trying to do here, if it gets checked and security comes out, you reveal the top 3. A lot of times if your opponent's at 0, this will end their turn, go straight up, and they're really not expecting that to come off. Really, really good effect, and it helps add to your consistency, being able to, set your top of your deck, the top 3 cards in the order that you want. Even if you don't get to gain the memory, you still get to place them on top of your deck in any order, which really helps out with consistency in the deck. Love to see it. And then the Izzy and Joe, really just another way to try to get the memory. Your opponent can play around it a little bit, but being able to draw that extra card on deletion helps give you a lot of advantage, and I love it. Like I said, been working on this deck for a while. I love it a lot. I think it goes into a lot of matchups. Pretty key. Into the bonds for sure is what I mainly built it for, which is what I see a lot of. Only really tough matchup is probably security control that has a little bit of issues, but if you're able to swing with the Genkumons, with the Volcano Mon on top, you can really put in a lot of work. Love the deck. I definitely think a lot of people should start respecting black more. I've been in a lot of tournaments working on this deck and doing very, very well, and a lot of people aren't expected to see it, but I think, you build whatever deck you want well enough and you can do well. And I love black, and it's been working for me well. Hope you guys like the deck profile, and let me know if you try it out. Appreciate it.